Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a belly box that flips up like this, and inside I have a Butterfinger skull. But you could put kisses or any other kind of fun-sized candy or something that I think this is considered full size. It measures 3 3/4 by 2.5 by 1 inch. Okay, so you could fit a lot of different Halloween treats actually. I used the Witch Hat Builder Punch along with the Scary Cute stamp set for the sentiment. I also used, for the belly band, I used the Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper. That's a host paper. And this is the metallic and shimmer. Yep, metallic and shimmer paper that I cut the hat out of. And back here is some of the Bright Designer Series paper. I'm also going to put some more DSP inside here, but I didn't have enough of the color I wanted, so we'll just do it on our project we do now. I won't waste it on the sample. Okay, so we need for this project a piece of pumpkin pie that is 8.5 by 7 3/4. We need a sheet of the black, I never remember, metallic and shimmer paper to cut out the hat. We need a piece of the Host Designer Series paper that is 2 by 8. And this is available if you spend $150 or more. You can use your Stampin' Rewards for it. Okay, it's a pack of 48, which is a pretty big pack. Okay, then we need 2 pieces of DSP. I did one with the Brights. I think this is Melon Mambo. And one from Gorgeous Grape. Both of them are 3.5 by 2 1/4. We need a scrap for the hat band of Gorgeous Grape. We need another piece for the inside of the box of the Gorgeous Grape DSP that is 3.5 by 1 1/4. I will write all this on my blog too. Okay, we need a rectangle from the rectangle stitch dies out of basic white, and it's this die, and it is 2 3/8 by 1 inch. Okay, it's actually, let me show you this. It's the one that's in the inside of all these that are stacked together here. Okay, it's the smallest one. All right, and then we need a piece of basic black that is 2.5 by 1 1/8. And then a piece of Gorgeous Grape that is 2 3/4 by 1 3/8. And all of these will stack together. All right. So that's all the things we need. And of course, I said I will put all that on my blog so you don't have to think about that. This is my host code. I'm probably going to be changing it soon. So just till the end of September here, if you're going to spend under $150, please put that host code in, and I can put them all together and send everybody a little something. Okie dokie. So now, 8.5 side first. We're going to score at 1.5, 2.5, 5, and 6. And we're going to turn it to the 7 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 2, 5 3/4, and 6 3/4. Okie dokie. Alright, now I'm just going to fold and burnish all the score lines. So how I have it sitting here is there is 2 1-inch strips on the top and the bottom, and then there is a 1.5 inch strip on this side and a 2.5 inch strip on that side. Okay, on the right. Let me just double check that I have that. Yep, 2.5. All right, and this is what we're going to do. It looks kind of daunting, but it's really not too hard when you take it one step at a time. Okay, so we're going to start on the lower left, And we're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the second score line, sorry. And we're going to take those two pieces off. Okay. We're going to go to the next score line, cut to the second score line. I'm going to take this piece off the bottom and wedge each side of the square. Okay. Go to the next score line, cut up to the second score line, and we're leaving these two rectangles alone. Okay. Next score line, we're going to cut it up to the second score line, get rid of this lower square, and wedge each side of the square. Okay, and now these last two rectangles we're going to take off. So I'm just going to take off right there. Okay, and that's the first side. All right, now we're going to turn it 180. And we're going to start on the bottom left. We're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the second score line, and take these two off. Go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, get rid of the bottom square, and then wedge each side of the square that's left. Okay, I'm going to leave these two alone. So we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, next score line, cut it to the second score line, get rid of this square on the bottom, and then wedge each side of this square. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of these two pieces at the end. All right. Okay, so this is how we started with the skinnier one on the left. All right, now we're going to get a corner rounder, and we're going to round the corners of all four of these ones that are sticking out the farthest. So I'm just going to round them all. Okay, and this is what your cardstock should look like after you've done scoring it and cutting it. Okay, now we're going to put tear and tape on all four of these tabs, one close to the score line and one close to the edge. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top score line on the tab and make it straight with this rectangle that's inside, not the outer one. Okay, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, and that's your basic box. Alrighty. Okay, so now we need our DSP. Okay, that's 3 pieces. 2 of them of one Gorgeous Grape, 1 Melon Mambo that are 3.5 by 2 1/4, and one that is 3.5 by 1 1/4. Okay, so we're going to put the purple on the inside. So all of these need one of the long sides rounded on all of them. Okay. All right, right, and we'll put the purple ones on the inside. And you could always put a lighter color in here that you want to write something. And I'm going to use liquid glue. Okay, and that will be the inside. And then the second piece that is 3.5 by 2 1/4, we're going to put right on the outside cover. Okay, and we'll leave that to dry a little while. All right, so we need, let's cut our hat. So I need the Witch Hat Builder Punch, and I want a few of these sparklies, but I don't want too many, so I'm going to go on the bottom of one piece. I want some of them in there, so I'll catch a few. Okay, and we also, if you can catch them, we also want to get 3 of the sparkly, 3 of the stars. Okay, we'll save that for later, of the black sparkly paper. Okay, so that's our witch hat. And now we're going to use this scrap to get the witch hat band. Alrighty. Put that aside. And now we have our 2 3/8 by 1 inch stitched rectangle from the rectangle stitched dies, and I'm going to be using from the Scary Cute stamp set Say Boo and Scary On and some Tuxedo Black ink. And what we want to do is get it as far to the right as we can. Good. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on our piece of basic black. It's just a sliver bigger at 2.5 by 1 1/8. Okay, and we're just going to glue these together. Okay, then I'm going to glue both of these onto the piece of gorgeous grape that is 2 3/4 by 1 3/8. Okay, and while we're at it, we can attach our hat band to the hat. Okay, now I'm going to take liquid glue again, and we want to put this witch hat kind of like right there. Okay, have the brim kind of right underneath the scary. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, now we need our strip of the Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper that is 2 by 8, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with our paper right in the middle of the box like this, okay, and just make a line with your fingers on 2 of the sides, and let's open it up, make sure that the line is straight and burnish it, and then the next line is straight and burnish it. And then do the next 2 with your fingers. Okay, and check them out and make sure they're nice and straight. And burnish. Okay, look. And what we want this to do is end up right in the middle. Okay, so the one that is closest to the middle of your box is the one you want to put on the top. All right, and on that end, I'm going to use Stampin Seal Plus. I'm just going to put it close to the edge there. Maybe one more. Okay. because sometimes I use glue, but I'm always afraid it's going to seal to the box. So you want to put it over and then just attach that. See? And then it will come off and go on, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take it off of here. Well, actually, just leave it. And we're going to put this in the middle, use the sides of the Gorgeous Grape cardstock to gauge the middle. So just in the middle of this, we're going to put some glue. It's about 1/2 inch from each end. You don't want to get in there. And we're going to put that right down. I'm just going to quickly pull it off when I know the spot it should be. And just let it dry just like that. And you can turn it over and you can tell exactly from the back which one when it's right in the middle. Alright, so let's just get a little bit of shredded grass. And you would put whatever treat you're going to put in there. If the treat fills the whole thing, you don't need the grass. Right. Now we're going to close all the edges up and put on our belly band. Okay, now we get to decorate a little bit. Okay, so let's put the 3 stars on. And I'm going to use the other side of my Take Your Pick tool, the sticky side. And I'm just going to put a little dot exactly where I want each piece. And I'll put the big star at the top over here. And I'll put the littlest one in the corner of the sentiment. And then the medium one down here. Okay. And for my final touch, what I'm going to do is take the last medium size of my Daffodil Delight glossy dots. And this one, I saved the smaller ones for the one we were going to do on camera. On this one, I used the large size. So this time I'm going to try the mediums. So I'll put one in the middle. Oops. And then one on each side. Yeah, I'm not sure which ones I like. I think I might like the big ones, but I'll leave them on. Okay, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, my email is below. And also the link to my blog, which has all the measurements, and the link to my shop where you can purchase any of these products. The Witch Hat Builder Punch is in stock again, but it is on low inventory. So I would suggest getting it within the next couple days, because it might go out of stock, and I don't know when before Halloween it might come back in. They might have some on order already, but I'm not sure. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.